My name is Raymond J.D. Garcia from BSN Sciences 1A. First, let me ask you this question. Do you know yourself? But in my case, I don't even know myself yet. Why? Because I'm still on my way of knowing my full potential. I try to see the things that I can do. So, why? Why am I doing this? As you see here, when I was a kid, I said to myself, what are the things that I can do to help my family? Not even my family, for myself as well. So I tried a lot of things, but I'm just going to share a few of them. Number one is drawing. Drawing, because I saw my cousin. He's very good at drawing. I always admire his drawing. Uh, the first time I saw him, he was just sketching, and I asked him, "What are you doing?" And he said, "You will see." So after an hour passed, he said, "Look, here's my drawing." And I was completely shocked because the first I saw was just sticks, but then after an hour ago, it was just a masterpiece. So I said to myself, maybe I should try drawing as well. So yeah, I tried drawing. I spent countless of hours. I spent time, days, even a week. I tried drawing, but I guess drawing isn't really for me. Since I wasn't good at drawing, I switched to dancing because I was inspired by the dancers from Showtime and ASAP. So as I watched them, as they moved so smooth, it came up to my mind and hey, maybe I should try dancing. Maybe I can find myself in dancing. So every time I watch that show, I imitate the dancers. So I even got scratched. I even scratched my knee because I fell down while dancing. So I gave a countless attempt. I gave a lot of time just to see myself at dancing, but I guess dancing isn't really for me. I guess I can say that I am not very bad at dancing, but I can also say that I am good at dancing. Maybe I'm just on the middle part. I guess. But again, since I wasn't good at dancing, I tried. This time I tried singing because my mother was very good at singing. So I thought maybe I do possess talent at singing. So I tried singing, and it was very awful. It was very awful because my voice doesn't match my body. My voice is very thinner, but my body was big. It's way bigger than my voice. So I guess they don't match. But still, I tried. Even it was so very hard, I still gave all of my efforts. Still try to hold myself at singing. I even try to do some vocals, but I guess these things aren't really for me. But despite the downs that I had, I still find myself. I still to try myself to find the things that I can do. So I can't say that I really know myself totally. In some way, I guess. So maybe you're asking me, you're already 18 years old, but still you don't know yourself. Yes, I may know myself through name, age, but deep inside, I wasn't so sure about myself. And I wasn't also really sure what are the things that I can do. So Socrates really made me think about myself. So maybe that I should give more time, I should give more effort just to know myself. So why should I stick to the things that I already know? But there are still things that I should need to know. So through this saying, it really made me think about my life. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. Okay lang. Bye-bye.
So, guys, hello. Good morning. Today we're gonna discuss to you about the experience and the self by Merle's Pontis. So, let me introduce myself first. I am Delmar Douglas from BSN Science 1A. So, what's this experience and self trying to define us? So, from the word itself, experience and self, let's take first the experience. Experience, it is something that an act of process of skills and knowledge obtained by doing, by feeling things, or seeing. And the self is the sense of who you are deep down or your personal identity. So in my blog, we were I'm gonna let you discover of how I interconnect myself to the topic which has been given. So, Experience and Self by Myers Pontis, arguing that our understandings of the world is not merely intellectual, but is rooted in bodily experience. For Myers Pontis, perception is the fundamental to shaping our sense of self and the world, where the body plays a key role in mediating relationship. The self with the self, I mean, then it's not an isolated mind, but it's intertwined with the environment shaped through live. Thus, subjectivity and consciousness emerge through active engagement with the world. So, how this experience and self will interconnect with my own experience? So we are brought down in the world with nothing. So am I are the same. I was brought forth on this world with nothing. In the experience, hindi nagmamana. Hindi siya minamana, but through works. So, in my childhood days, I had the experience of playing marbles, riding a bike, and also playing basketball. And so, in my current age, I was playing a guitar and baking. So back then, in my senior high school age, I was getting a strand or a track TVL HE, and I have no knowledge and experience about it. I was deeply worried of how I handled it, of how I survived this senior high school strand. But because of my determinations, because of I learned from my mistakes, I was repeating over and over to be well known in baking. So what's this baking interconnect the experience and self? So in baking, I was consciously about what's the ingredients or what's the procedure about the bread or a pastry which has given me. But because but over time, through repeated practice and embodied experience, myself learns to bake. Baking becomes my second natures, and myself no longer separates my body from the act of baking the cake or bread. In this way, the self in baking, the sense of self is deeply connected to the lived experience of baking a cake or a bread. My body, my mind, and the piano, and I mean, my my baking was integrated. So, in Marlus Pontis would say that the perception of baking yourself is shaped through the actions we do rather than the detached thoughts.
Hi, good day. I am Roger A. Gutuman from BSED 1A. Welcome to my vlog. Today I'm gonna be sharing my thoughts about philosopher perspective of Socrates, knowing yourself or the self. So a part of knowing the self, like knowing your personalities on yourself and other people. It also recognizing the strength and weaknesses that we have or the limits of our capabilities. In other terms, knowing what already known and knowing what you have yet to learn. Or like we're gonna be using metacognition. Cognition is thinking about your own thinking. That is metacognition. So about personalities. When knowing yourself is very kind challenging or hard because it's a part of knowing, like I've known myself na parang may something talaga na hindi pa natin kilala yung sarili natin. Halimbawa, sa ibang tao, tahimik. Sa ibang tao, ako ay parang, para sa ibang tao, ako ay tahimik para sa kanila. Or something na may tinatago. Kasi hindi nila ako kilala. And sa mga kasama ko naman, or yung mga kaibigan ko, or friends na close sa akin, is para sa kanila is parang strong person ako, or a good person, or a joker, or sometimes a bad person. And having more explanation of that, ang tanong, ano nga ba ako sa sarili ko? Kung i-consider ko yung thinking ng ibang tao sa sarili ko, part din yun na parang ako yun. Kasi pwede mo rin maging reference yung thoughts nila sa thoughts mo. Tapos, knowing yourself is kinda na parang isang way na para ma-develop yung sarili mo. At doon na nga papasok yung knowing, it is also recognizing your strength and weaknesses. For example, kilala mo yung sarili mo, yung kalakasan mo, that you are having a confidence skills, or for example, you are a good speaker, hindi ka takot magsalita sa stage. Halimbawa para sa akin, Ngayon, mabilis ako magsalita kasi parang kinakabahan ako. At kasi di ko rin strength na magsalita talaga. And sa totoo lang, hindi ko talaga gusto magawa ng video ng ganito. Kasi ayoko ma-expose sa ibang tao, parang ganun. Pero it's important to make this video. So let's continue. So making this video, knowing yourself is ganun, yun na nga. Knowing your strength and your weaknesses. If magaling ka sa isang bagay, meron ka ding hindi magaling sa isang bagay. Halimbawa, yun na nga, yung magaling ka makipag speech sa harap ng mga tao, and sometimes, hindi ka rin magaling makihalubilo. Parang ganon. And, halimbawa na lang sa mga subjects, magaling ka sa math, hindi ka magaling sa English. Parang ganon siya. And, knowing yourself kasi is parang isang bagay na nalalaman mo yung kulang sa'yo at ano yung meron sa'yo. Diba? Strengths strengths. Confidence is considered as skills. From senior high, I developed that skills. But not completely. Kasi mahihain pa rin ako. Yun pa rin yung weaknesses. Part pa rin siya ng weaknesses ko at yung strength ko, yung confidence. Actually, as part of my personality or a part of my behavior or intelligence, na-ratings ko yung sarili ko in my senior high school, 30%. Kasi parang na-develop ko na yung sarili ko, 30%. But in college now, right now in college, I realized na parang back to zero ako. So, nag-percentile ulit ako sa sarili ko na 5% lang. Kasi parang sobrang liit ko sa mga parang nag-back to this first year ako sa junior high school. Parang ganun. And knowing yourself kasi is parang it's a way of developing yourself na parang yung malalaman mo yung kung ano yung kulang sa'yo, at that is a part na kailangan mo na mag-develop. Kasi pag alam mo na yung di mo pa alam, aalamin mo talaga. And that's all for my video, and thank you for listening for my vlog.
Emotional, dami.